Hey guys, and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to do a get ready with me video, and I'm going to get ready to film a video. So I don't go out very often because right now, as a lot of you probably know, we are in lockdown here, and so I'm just going to get ready to stay home and film a video for you guys. And I'm going to be using some products that a lot of you wanted me to use, and a lot of you were interested to see me using this eyeshadow quad by Chanel, and this is Quiet Revolution. I'm going to try also the Gucci powder for the first time together with you. If that's your first time on this channel, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here. Please consider subscribing and become part of our lovely beauty community. This would mean so much to me. Your support means so much to me. Now let's get started. My skin is a little bit exhausted right now, so I have normal to slightly combination skin. For base, I'm going to be using the Chanel Le Beige foundation, which is my current favorite, and I'm going to use my current favorite brush. This is by Chantecaille, and it's the Buff and Blur brush, and I find that this brush is a game changer for me because my skin right now is very sensitive, a little bit irritated because my allergies are spiking for some reason, probably because I'm staying home for a long period of time. So I'm just going to apply foundation here and there. I don't usually apply that much, so, but I'm filming today, so that's why a little bit more is allowed. So I already prepped my skin. I applied my skincare, and usually when you're applying your skincare, it's good to wait for 5-10 minutes at least before applying your foundation, because if you apply your skincare and then go in with your foundation is probably not going to look the best. So I'm just going to apply, and I want a thin layer of this foundation. Okay, so here is a thin layer of foundation. I'm just going to brush my brows because I have very big, very bushy brows, but I don't plug them a lot, like just a little bit. Okay guys, and now if you want your foundation to look really good, then make sure to apply only a thin layer of foundation. So even if you have a lot of discoloration, foundation is not meant to really cover every single pigmentation that you have. It's meant to only even out the skin tone. So make sure to, if you want to have really flawless complexion, make sure to always apply a thin layer of foundation and then go in with concealer on the places where you want. So my lips are very dry, and that's why I'm just going to use some lip balm, and I'm going to be using House of Sillage. This is the Rose Balm. And this is the one that I use more often. So it has only a hint of color. I really like these lip balms and the cute packaging. Okay, so let's leave this here so that I have like a beautiful background. And moving on to concealer. For concealer, I'm going to be using one of my all-time favorite concealers, and this is Chanel's this is the Chanel concealer. I'm using it in number 10, and I usually would apply this with a brush. I had a small Rio Techniques brush, but I think I can't find it now, so I'm just going to be using the old-fashioned way, my fingertips. And it's a really good thing if you can apply concealer right here in the inner corner of the eye, because this is the area that is usually dark. And if you apply a little bit of concealer here, it doesn't tend to crease. But I would suggest you make sure to apply always concealer right here in the inner corner of the eye, because it's going to bring light and it's going to make your eyes more wide open. So I'm just going to apply this concealer under my eyes, only as much as I need, and then also I'm going to apply a little bit on my eyelids, just to even out the skin tone on my eyelids. And probably now you can see the difference. My eyes now look a lot more awake, because right here we usually have that kind of very unpleasant darkness, and if you lift that shadow, your eyes are going to look a lot younger and more awake. So I don't contour my face. I never contour my face. I mean, I've tried a couple of times, but I just don't. I don't like to bother myself, and I usually believe that everyone is beautiful. So I don't really contour my face. I just your nose is what it is, so you can change the shape a little bit, but in real life it's gonna look a little bit weird. And on YouTube it's gonna look good, on Instagram photos it's gonna look good, but in real life it's gonna look like, it's just not my preference. But what I like to do is I like to use the Chantecaille liquid bronzer or any other bronzer you can use, and I just like to make on my nose because I want to have my nose a little bit slimmer. This is not really contouring. So this is not really a contour, but I just like to apply a little bit of the bronzer on the sides of my nose. I mean, sometimes I do that, not all the time, but sometimes when I feel like a little bit more fancy. And this gives a very natural, because usually also on the nose, it's the place where sun naturally hits you. So I'm just gonna roughly apply this and blend it into my nose just to make my nose not stand out that much. So that's the point, you know, it's not really a contour, but just making your nose a little bit, a fraction darker, kind of more bronzed, because this is usually where the sun is going to hit you. And that's the illusion that I like to recreate sometimes when I have a little bit more time. But since this is a get ready with me video, I thought that I'm going to treat myself to a little bit longer makeup. Okay, so now if you look, it didn't make much of a difference, but it makes like the slightest difference. And I'm gonna take a little bit of the same bronzer and I'm just going to apply this right here and blend it with my fingers. It's a very beautiful product. And as we speak about Chantecaille, there is a lovely makeup artist from Chantecaille that I really like, and this is Ramiro Serron. I'm going to leave, he doesn't know that I'm going to mention him, but he's always so sweet and so nice. So if you want any advice on Chantecaille makeup or skincare, you can just message him on Instagram. He's always so nice. And you can also book a consultation with him. He's like the best Chantecaille makeup artist. I really, really love him. He's so nice and so adorable, and he always gives you the best advices. So I'm just blending in this here. This is gonna be a longer video. I hope that you're not going to mind. Let me know if you like this kind of longer videos or you prefer a shorter version. And you can see that actually when I blend this product into my cheeks, it gives me actually a very natural sun-kissed look without looking like makeup. And this is something that I like to recreate in my makeup looks. Okay, so moving on to powder. I'm not gonna lie, this is the most exciting part for me because I'm going to try this Gucci powder for the first time. So I'm not going to be using the sponge that comes inside, even though the sponge that comes inside, I'm going to use it. But not today. The sponge that comes inside is absolutely gorgeous. It's brilliant, and I know that I'm going to be using it, but just I never use a sponge without cleaning it. So I'm just first going to wash it. Okay, so the Gucci powder, I'm going to be using a flat brush. This is one of my favorite brushes. It's a very light powder. I like it. I have to see how this is going to wear, but I'm just going to top a little bit because I don't want to move the foundation. It's actually a very invisible powder. I really like it. Now I have to say I absolutely love the Gucci powder so far. I have to see how it's going to wear throughout the day, but so far so good. I like it. So now I'm filling lightly my brows with my Dior brow pencil. I'm using dark brown because my hair is quite dark and also my brows. Just going to brush them after that. And moving on to the eyeshadow palette, and I have to tell you guys, I have never imagined that I'm going to like these colors and I'm going to like this eyeshadow palette, but now it's one of my favorites. It's definitely going to end up in my November favorites video because it is such a gorgeous palette. The colors are so soft and blend so effortlessly. This is a very high quality eyeshadow palette from Chanel. So I'm going in with the lightest color here with a big, this is a big crease brush, but I'm just going to use it to lightly get the color all over my eyelid. And the colors are so soft. I could never imagine that I was going to like these colors. I purchased this palette because it was out of my comfort zone, and I was sure that I was going to use it once or twice and then leave it, but I am using it quite a lot. And every time when I use it, you love my makeup looks. Using this color all over the eyelid and also in the crease. Okay, and you can see this light wash of color that I'm getting. It is so effortless to blend these colors and to use them. Even if you're a beginner, even if you're someone who is not that much into makeup, you can still use these colors and you can create a lot of different looks with this palette. I think you can create a daytime look, a nighttime look, and also each of the blue shades can be used as eyeliners, because the colors are very soft and nicely pigmented. I recently purchased a lot of makeup brushes because it turns out that I lost most of mine, but I'm still waiting for them. So now I'm struggling to find brushes to use. But anyways, so now I'm going to go in with this color and a smaller brush, and I'm going to apply this color in the outer part of my crease. And you have to be light-handed here because the colors are very pigmented. So I applied a little bit too much, but I always have a solution. And this is my Chanel double-ended brush. It always helps me to blend out very easy, just using a clean brush, and I'm very easy and quickly going to blend. And I want to keep this color only on the outer part of my crease. And slowly build up the color, but keeping it only on the outer third of my eye. Okay, so this is how it looks so far, and I'm only going to continue to blend and drag the color a little bit up and drag the color a little bit upwards towards the tail of my eyebrow. Always make sure to adjust the looks that I'm creating for your eye shape, and your eye shape is unique and beautiful. Just make sure that the colors and the eyeshadows that you're using suit your eye shape. Next, I want to get this bright blue color, and I'm going to take it on a smaller, like this is a thick eyeliner brush, and I'm just going to add this color on top of the blue. And I'm doing this only to make a more vivid color, but you can skip this step if you want to. So just applying this on top, and then I'm going to blend. And then with a clean brush, I'm going to blend this. Okay, and now I'm just going to keep blending. You need a clean, big, fluffy brush to use for blending purposes. And just make sure to blend and diffuse the color to the point where you like it. Next, I'm going to take the darkest color, and I'm going to use again an eyeliner brush, and I'm going to intensify the color only. I'm going to use this almost like eyeliner on the outer part of my eye to map out the shape that I want. So I'm just going to follow my lower lash line and just intensify the look, but only on the outer part of my eye. Okay guys, so basically with this look, the key is to have a big blending brush, which is going to be clean, like these two. Or, I mean one, you only need one, but I mean a big blending brush that is going to be clean, and it's going to help you to blend the color. And also what I like is to keep the dark color on the outer third of my eye. So this means that with the dark colors, you have to be precise and apply this right in the outer corner of the eye, because otherwise the dark colors always, they blend very easy and you're going to end up having a very dark eye, which I prefer to have lighter colors in the inner corners of my eyes, and I prefer to focus the dark colors only on the outer part of my eye. So this is just my preference. And now I'm going to be using a Chanel kohl eyeliner, and this is in number 30, Marine, and this is a deep blue color. And I'm going to apply this kohl eyeliner on my lower lash line. And here, if you can, apply the kohl eyeliner also on your waterline. But I have very sensitive eyes, and I usually don't apply, unless it's absolutely necessary, I usually don't apply kohl eyeliners in my waterline. And now for my upper lash line, I'm going to be using the Sylvie kohl eyeliner, and this is in sparkling black. I prefer matte color, so if you have a matte color, use a matte color, but I'm going to be using this one because I have it and I want to use it. So I'm just going to apply this in the roots of the lashes, massage the kohl eyeliner in the roots of the lashes, because with this look we don't want to have any gaps into the roots of the lashes. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, and this is how it looks. And because I can see the sparkles, I don't really like the sparkles that much. I'm going to use the darkest color and just touch some of the sparkles that make me a little frustrated, because I don't really like sparkles on my eyes. So this is the only thing that I don't like about this eyeliner, is that it's very sparkly. It has a lot of glitter, but the quality of the kohl is outstanding. And we're moving on to mascara. So I just received this Benefit mascara as a gift with purchases. So I'm going to be using this one. This is the Roller Lash, and it gives very long lashes and defined. It doesn't give a lot of volume, but still it gives a lot of definition, and I like to apply. You can reapply this mascara as many times as you want, and it's not going to give you clumpy lashes. And now moving on to lips. Here I would use either a nude lip, or I would actually go, and I'm going to be more adventurous, and I'm going to be using a bold red lip. And this is a new red lip color from the house of Sillage, and I have a full review of this collection in case you're interested. And this collection is launching on the 18th of November. This is the Mickey Mouse birthday, and this is the Minnie Mouse bow lipstick case. And the shade that I'm going to be using is in Magical. It's a bold red color, and I'm going to be using this one. Okay, so with this kind of dark, bold red lip, I need a pink blush. And you always, if you use kind of a bright pink blush with a dark red lip, it's always going to brighten up the complexion, so it's very important. Sorry guys, again, my neighbor is wearing heels all day long. I hope that this lockdown is going to be over soon, because she really pretends that she's working all day. Like, I mean, she takes it for real. She really is wearing heels all day long, and it's driving me crazy. So usually it's the best if you apply your blush. And this blush was again recommended by the lovely Ramiro Serrone, so make sure to check him out. He's just amazing. I know that this is a limited edition, but probably if you message him, probably he will be able to get this for you. And make sure to follow him on Instagram, because he often has amazing offers. Okay, so I think I didn't do too much blush. And for highlighter, I'm going to be using the Camellia highlighter from Chanel, and I'm going to be using the Platinum shade. Just apply this here, because this is a very festive highlighter. And then I'm gonna have one final touch for this look, and I'm gonna be using my favorite Guerlain highlighter. This is from this summer, but it's still available. I'm gonna be using the pink shade, because the pink shade looks absolutely lovely in the inner corners of the eyes. So in real life, when you apply this, it doesn't look like you applied highlighter, because it's very fine, but it looks like you have light, and it's that little je ne sais quoi that looks absolutely beautiful. And even if you use only this little trick on the eyes, even if you're not wearing eyeshadows, it just immediately makes you look a lot more awake. Okay guys, so that was the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this get ready with me video, and let me know if you want me to do more of this kind of videos. Do you like them, or do you prefer a shorter video? I hope to see you in my next video. Take care, bye!